This episode of Arrow TV is brought to you by ECW Hunting Calls. Hey everyone, welcome to Arrow TV. On this week's episode, we're going to be heading up north to Ontario, Canada to go bear hunting at Gold Arrow Camp. We're going to meet up with Todd and Angie, and if you haven't ever been up north, the drive up there just keeps getting more beautiful the further north you get. So let's head on up. Now, as soon as we rolled into camp and got unpacked, they took us down the road to the local dump to check out some bears so we could try to be able to judge the size of the bears. Bears are really hard to judge. Most people think they're a lot bigger than what they actually are from the tree. So we did that. I come back to camp, flung a few arrows, and I am ready to get on stand and get this hunt started. So let's go. On our way into stand the first night, I couldn't stop picturing a bear coming into our bait. First night in Ontario, sitting on bear stand. We're at Gold Arrow Camp. This bait's been hit 10 nights out of the last 11. So hopefully we'll do some good tonight. Stick with us. I've already put my obsession bow to work. Our first night was pretty uneventful. We didn't see a single bear. On day 2, our bait was hit before we even got into stand. And after sitting through a thunderstorm, we still had not seen a bear. All right, day 3 up here at Gold Arrow Camp in Ontario. Temperatures in the mid-80s. It's a little warm out bear hunting. Makes the mosquitoes worse, but the bears don't mind it, so we're heading out. The last 2 nights we didn't see a bear. Yesterday our bait was hit before we went in. So today Todd is actually going to come out, and right after we get in stand, he's going to come in and do his normal routine and actually bait the bait then, in hopes that then the bear will come in shortly after. So let's see how it goes. It's still been a blast either way. Well, it wasn't right after Todd baited the bait, but about 20 minutes before dark, I could hear a bear coming through the woods to the left of me. Now, right before the bear come out of the thick woods to the bait, I reached up and grabbed my bow. And when the bear stepped out to the bait, I thought, yeah, this is a nice bear. While I was letting the bear get comfortable on the bait, I thought I heard some more noise coming through the woods. And as luck would have it, here come 2 cubs behind her. Only one of the cubs come out to the bait. The other one laid at the base of a tree back in the woods. Now, it was not only cool watching the cub out here feeding with its mother. Getting to just sit and watch them actually just showed me how, if you were patient, you could get a really great shot on a bear. Now, they stayed out here for about 15 minutes and cleaned house on this bait. There wasn't nothing left when they were done. That's a lucky sow right there. She was good sized. Luckily she had those cubs with her. She'd have been taking a ride in the truck. So we sat that bait for a few days. The only thing we saw was that sow and 2 cubs. Some other bears had hit the bait when we weren't there. So Todd had been getting pictures of a cinnamon blonde bear down the road on another bait that hadn't been set this year. And it hadn't even been sat the year before, as a matter of fact. So he wanted to move me down there, and believe me, he got no argument out of me. I'm headed to that stand right now. Day number 4 at Gold Arrow Camp, bear hunting. We switched stands today. We had a big sow and 2 cubs come in on us last night, so really no use of hunting that stand. we're sitting over a good one now. We got a real good view of a clear cut. Not so deep in the woods like we were. We're surrounded by blueberries. Hopefully tonight's the night. It's still in the upper 80s. We're sweating our butts off. I just got done spraying down with some Whitetail Obsession scent eliminator. We're ready to see what's going to happen. Stick with us. The new stand I was in was surrounded by moose sign, and it had a beautiful view overlooking about a 5-year-old clear cut. Unfortunately, that's about all I got to look at that night. Well, it's day 5 here at Gold Arrow Camp. Heading out, temps have dropped like 15 degrees compared to the last 2 days. Had been in the upper 80s. It was pretty warm. Tonight's really cool. It's going to be a good night. I got a good feeling. People are going to see a lot of bears. So let's go. Let's see what happens. I got about a 1/4 mile walk up this logging road, and then I'm off of the logging road probably about 70 yards. So let's get going. Well, it was getting later in the evening, and I hadn't seen anything yet. We were getting close to running out of camera light when I looked out at the logging road and seen a bear. It made a left, hooked into the clear cut, and headed straight towards the bait really fast. We were losing camera light quick. The footage is a little dark, but it's exactly the way it happened. And if you've never heard a death moan from a bear, we're gonna break you in right. Now this bear comes in really cautious and then turns around and walks right back out. I didn't think he was going to come back in, but then he circled around a pine tree and come into the backside of the bait. He was still extremely cautious and taking his time. He finally works his way up to the front. When he turns quartering away from me and sits down, I get ready to draw my bow. And it is so quiet and still that he hears me draw my bow back and looks right up at me. And I patiently waited for him to look away before I settled my pin on him. Oh my God, that's him. I can't believe it. He's a great bear. It was awesome. He was so cautious. But man, I put it to him. He is down. Yes. Yes. I didn't think it was going to happen tonight. He come in real late. He come off the old logging road back here. And he actually come in real quick till he got about 30 yards from the bait. And he circled back behind it, coming from the other way. Oh my God, I'm so happy that's him. Yes. After waiting for Todd and Gary to get there, we went in after him. I knew he was down. It was just a matter of finding him in this thick stuff.
Oh, yes, nice. Oh, yeah, look at that. Nice. Nice.
He's over 200.
Real close. Yeah, he is a Simmons face.
Look at that, yeah.
On top, I knew it. See the sheen from the moonlight, from that full moon. You could just really tell it.
That's awesome.
Nice
Maybe
work.
your camera showed him a little bit more cinnamon than that.
You know, you never know.
Because his
No,
heads are
that
still
one's
black.
definitely blonde.
I think it is.
So you got a couple color fades out here?
Maybe.
Brother and sister? Could be. Seriously. Yep. Brother.
You got your light.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's about the same size as that other one. Well, we need to get some good pictures.
Mm-hmm.
We got floodlights out here.
Wow.
Now that's a
Oh my lord. Is that the hit side or outside?
Yeah, no, that's the entrance. That's from a 2.3 inch two blade.
Man.
Well, what we need to do is get the other side out for a better photo, so it's not so goofy.
I'd help you, Bob. Oh boy, that side's bad.
Yeah, it is.
Wow. That really
You
put a hole
got him, hon. Look at that.
in it. Man.
I don't think we're going to get a blood-free picture. Wow.
Well, here he is. He only went about 30 or 40 yards. Perfect shot on him. That 2.3 inch Knapp Killzone Max did a number on him. Really opened him up good. But we're going to get him gutted out here, get a pole cut, and get him back out to the road, get him home. Good looking bear. I'm happy.
The secret to this is...
Even though this wasn't the cinnamon blonde bear Todd had the pictures of, it was still a cinnamon color phase bear, and it just made it that much more special.
High school days.
Nice work.
If you're looking for a great black bear hunt or some great fishing, check out Gold Arrow Camp's website at fishandhuntontario.com. Todd and Angie are some of the best people you ever meet. We had a blast up there, so much that we've already booked our bear hunt for next year. Well, that's all we got for this week's show. I hope you enjoyed it. Man, I loved that bear. I loved that hunt. I can't wait to get that thing back and put on my wall. We've already booked a hunt for this coming next year up there. We're actually going to be doing it out of a ground blind this time. I'm bringing my 16-year-old son for his first bear hunt. It ought to be a blast. You don't want to miss next week's show. We're going to be headed out to Nebraska with our friend Jamie Sabatino. She's going after her very first whitetail ever. And then we're coming back here to Illinois with Brian O'Neill as he takes the first deer of the season for the whole team arrowed. Stay tuned. Arrow TV would like to thank the following people for their support. Scent Blocker, Obsession Bows, ECW Hunting Calls, Gold Tip Arrows, Bee Stinger Stabilizers, Antler King, Primo, Stormy Hardwoods, Whitetail Obsession Scents, and especially you, the viewers, thanks for watching.